What's up, guys? And we live. We doing it, man. We doing it. It's been a long time that I've been on this live. Seeds bubble. We doing it, man. That's. Are we live? Are we doing it?
Guys, and we live.
Yeah, we live. We doing it, man.
We doing it. It's been a long time.
So, what do you guys got in front of you? It's the bubbles. Man, it's been a long time that I had these bubbles, man. Whoa, I'm testing the sound. Is everything okay?
Yeah, we live. We doing it, man. What do you guys got in front of you?
Early in the morning, Wednesday, 20 December. Let's get it cracking. So what's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. My name is Joop from the Clips, aka Macaroni with the Cheese. So in front of you, we got the charge, and we're gonna start with the program. So today's 20 December 2023. We had 9/24 to be exact, and these are the subjects I'm going to talk about: the overall market, the SPY, QQQ, the fix, Federal Reserve decision, Tesla functioning with these high rates, inflation's coming down, Amazon, how they make money, the fear and greed sentiment, we at 80. Sell-off in first quarter of 2024. PayPal doing numbers. Buying opportunity. And the invest calculator and what to expect in what to expect in 2024. So these are the subjects that I'm going to talk about today. So let's get it cracking. So let's start with the QQQ. Let's start with the SPY. Excuse me. So the SPY is currently at, and I'm gonna put it on a monthly. We're currently at 474, and we got an all-time high of 480. So yeah, I do think we could reach these high levels, but there is a but. There has to be a pullback because this is the second month in the green, and we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 7 weeks in the green, and seven is the overall number. So 7 weeks in the green. Yeah, 7 weeks in the green. So like 7 days in the week. So there has to be a pullback. So y'all gotta be prepared, because what I also see and I want to talk about is that the fix is basically telling that there could be something going on, because the fix is already doing, as you can see. You see the fix? The fix is saying like, yo, we have reached our lows. So it could be the moment that the fix is gonna tell us like, yo, there's something going on, as you can see. And we gotta watch what the overall sentiment is of the market. It's like 80, extreme greed. So already all talking about 3 subjects that I wanna handle, like here, yo. So the SPY, the fix, and the fear and greed index, like 3 subjects I already talking about in the first 2-3 minutes. So what can we expect? Let's get me back to the SPY. Let's get back to the SPY. Put it on a monthly again. So we're like 7 weeks in the green. I do think we could have a pullback right here. But these numbers are very important, man. These numbers are very important. It could be a pullback. Could be a pullback. So we have to consider these numbers around. So there could be a pullback around 460. So 460 or 480. So you gotta consider these numbers for the SPY. So let's see what the QQQ is doing. QQQ is doing the same thing. Like, yo, you could see a pullback, guys. Don't keep that in mind. We already had a cup and handle. The couple handle is a bullish chart, is a bullish move. So we could see like things are going to like cool off a little bit. So that's something to be aware of. So my next subject is like what's basically been happening. The Federal Reserve made a decision to cut interest rate, like keep interest rates at the same level. And if you have watched in my previous videos, is that basically what they've been doing. So that's basically what they've been doing. They made the decision on Wednesday, 13th of December. They basically have made this decision to leave the interest rate unchanged, and that basically gave the sign for the market to go bananas, and that's basically what's been happening. Current Federal Reserve interest rate unchanged as of December 19. Federal rates impacts. So as you can see, we're at 5.5, 5.25, 5.5, and we continue with these highest interest rate. Interest rates hold steady following 12-13 Federal Reserve meeting. The Fed has opted to hold interest rates. Oh, that was not. To hold the interest rates. Let me redo this. I got to redo this, man. It's not. Okay, let me redo this. Yeah, Federal Reserve has opted to hold interest rates steady for the third meeting in a row. The target range for the Federal Reserve rate will remain 5.25, 5.5. So that means there's going to be a long time we keep the interest rate levels at the same level, 5.25, 5.5. So they have been raising rates like 11 times from March 2022 to July 2023. So they've been like raising 11 times. It's very interesting to see how they've been doing this. So, but let's see what they've been doing with how they've been fighting inflation, because they had a big battle going on with inflation, as you can see. So back with COVID, inflation was very low. That was the beginning of the whole shenanigans. And then we went up. As you can see, COVID happened, it was low, and then they started to raise. Inflation went to go up, 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 up. and they had to raise interest rates to get it all down. So they basically did good work. You have to applaud them for that. You have to applaud them. But the Federal Reserve have never been right with the things that they've been doing. So we have to be very cautious of the moves they've been doing, because they basically are playing the same playbook, running the same playbook all over the place. So it's very interesting to see what they've been doing. Okay, so inflation came down. Inflation currently is now, let me see, it's currently at 3.1, as you can see, 3.1. We are currently at 3.1, and it was a big battle, as you can see. And because 2022, it was between 8 and 10%, and now we're currently at 3.1. So they basically did their job, but we're not finished yet, because we want inflation around 2%. That's basically what they want. And for my next thing that I'm talking about, we have to talk about the big boy Tesla. Big boy Tesla, because Tesla been doing it good, even though inflation numbers, interest numbers are very high. Tesla been doing it still good. As you can see, Tesla been escaping this. I have to draw this better. As you can see, Tesla been escaping this line like this. You see, it went up, down, and then it said nope. So we could see it could go all the way to this level. Oh, I have to put that. This is the first level that we can touch, is this level. The second level is gonna be this level. So we have to wear a big boy Tesla, because big boy Tesla been doing it great, even though interest numbers been very high. Interest numbers at 5.5, so they're still doing it very good. So we have to give them their power. We have to give them their due diligence. We have to give them their applause. So Tesla been doing it good. Not everyone can handle Tesla, because Tesla will go up like 20 bucks per day, or 20 bucks up, 20 bucks down. So we have to applaud Tesla as a big boy. So they're still planning to roll out the car for 30,000. The model, which one is it? The model Tesla cheaper. Yeah, Tesla's planning to build a 25 around 30,000 electric cars in Berlin Friday, according to reports from Reuters, citing unnamed source. So they are planning to creating those cars, and maybe they could start even in 2024. Cheapest, the next cars. Yeah, it's gonna be around between 30,000, and it's gonna be the Model 3. You gotta give Elon Musk his applause, because he's been doing it great, man. So there's gonna be a new model car. It's gonna be the same model car, Model 3, but it's gonna be more cheaper. So the Model 3 is expected to be a hatchback. Uses a vertical integration strategy, designing its own battery, software, and equipment, which helps control cost. So now the big question is, am I gonna buy Tesla? For now, I'm not gonna buy Tesla, because it's getting too expensive. When I'm gonna buy Tesla, maybe around $200, around $150. So could it return to those prices? I think so. I think Tesla can return to those prices. But because there's a lot of things, everything can happen. So okay, so Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon. They got Amazon. Amazon is also a big player. Let's talk about what Amazon is doing. So the current price of Amazon is $153 per share. And let me get the chart right, guys. Let me get the chart right. Let me get the chart right. So as you can see, Tesla's Amazon is around 153. They basically had a low back in December. So 1 year ago, they were $80 per share. 80 bucks. So 1 year, they already did 80 bucks. So they already did 100%, 92%, $75 from 80 back in December 2022. So what can we see? What can we expect from Amazon? So Amazon is pretty much a big player. And how do they make their money? So how Amazon makes its money. So this basically I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller for you guys. So how Amazon make its money. So 50% is online shops. 50% of their revenues are online shops. 90% is third-party seller services. AWS is 12.5%, and physical stores 6%. Subscription services like Amazon Prime 6.9%, and 5.9% primary ads. It's a total revenue of $281 billion with a net income of $11.6 billion. So the big revenue for Amazon is like 50% are those online stores. So do we think that this gonna stop? Do we think that people are gonna stop buying online? I don't think so. People still gonna buy. People still gonna buy crazy shit they don't even use. They're still gonna buy. Do you guys all have seen those TikToks? Products like people are buying and they really don't need it. It's a one-time buy, so still gonna continue. So another big player for Amazon is the third-party sellers, like people who are using Amazon as an service, third-party sellers. And the third one is Amazon Web Services, like the cloud and that computing market. So those are the big revenues for Amazon. Do we think they're gonna stop? No. Do we think they're gonna be bigger? Yes, Amazon is gonna be big. It's gonna be a big player. Do we think that Amazon can have a pullback? Yes, Amazon can always have a pullback. So, am I gonna buy Amazon? I can buy Amazon. I can buy it, but I have to wait. That's like more cheaper, like around. Maybe around $100, $100, because it's getting very expensive for me now. I'm a cheap guy, but for now I do think we could reach these higher levels. $170, $200, as you can see, after those lows. So this is basically the chart that Amazon is printing, but I'm not gonna buy Amazon. I'm gonna ride it out. So let's see what the overall market's gonna do. So the overall sentiment of the market at this moment is extreme greed. So everyone is happy. Their portfolio is making money. They're like, want to buy the new car, everything is happy. But normally when these things happen, it's always a moment to recalculate your investments and to see what you're gonna do, because when everyone is happy, we sell, and when everyone is in fear, we buy. That's basically my strategy. So keep in mind that the S&P is currently at almost at 4,800. Stock price strength, extreme greed. And yeah, that's basically the sentiment. It's a good indicator, but don't really use it as a number one. You got to add more indicators together to have an overall good sentiment of what the market is doing. One of those things is also the fix. So yeah, we currently for the Nasdaq 50,003 and the S&P 500 4,768 to be exact. So extreme greed. So we gotta watch what the market is doing, but keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. You don't always have to trade, you don't always have to do something. Just wait what the market is doing and react on it. So what could we expect for the first quarter? What can we expect? I think we could see some good numbers. We could see a pullback. So we currently have 4,768 for the SPY. And the SPY are pretty much the big boys. Yeah. They got the big boys included. The Apple, the Microsoft, the Amazon, the Nvidia, the Alphabet, the Meta platform Alphabet, Tesla, UNH, that's like a health stock. You could pretty much buy the ETF. So you can pretty much buy the ETF of invest. I'm pretty much, I like to take risks, so I pretty much invest in these stocks separately. I'm not a big fan of ETF, not in these moments, because an ETF is very a safe play, and I pretty much like to take risks to get more funds. So you could pretty much go with the SPY and see what the SPY is doing and invest in the SPY separately in the stocks, or just buy these or just buy this whole ETF and see what the ETF is doing. So, but what do we think the market's gonna do? I do think that we could reach those higher numbers. If you've been watching my YouTube channel, I'm a big fan of the 18.6 real estate cycle. And I do think we have reached those levels that we could go even higher. But first we have to knock out this all-time high that we had at the beginning of this year, 2022. And I do think we could reach those high levels, because if we have which one it is, I have to look it up. Was it this one? No, it's not this one. Yeah, this one is it. I need this one to be turning up. So this is what we could expect for 2024. So we could reach, I have to make this smaller. We could reach a peak. No, still smaller. Yeah, we could reach a peak around January, February at 5,008. That's pretty much what I think is gonna happen. I think we're gonna have a peak. It's gonna be same as this line for the S&P 500, and we could have a top out around 5,800, and then we could all coming back. This is what I think is gonna happen. And if you guys have seen my previous YouTube lives and videos, I have told you, man, I'm basically a big believer in the 18.6 cycle, and I think that's gonna happen because it's been here for a few years. So go watch my YouTube videos, and it's basically telling you what I think about those cycles, and yeah, it's pretty much here. I can show you a picture again. So it's pretty much telling us that it's gonna have a cycle, and we pretty much are here, and we're gonna have a top the same around time that Trump is gonna be elected. So, and yeah, but there's some news, some bad news around Trump. No. Trump. Colorado's High Court overturned a ruling from a district court judge who found that Trump incited an insurrection for his role in January 6, 20 an attack, but said he could not be barred from the ballot because it was unclear the which was intended to cover. But today they basically, disqualifies Trump for the 2024 ballot. Yeah, that's basically the new news. And guys, I'm all over the place because I do like those subjects, so that's why it wasn't in my route, but I have to put it in there because I'm a big Trump fan. So Trump barred from Colorado primary ballot for role in U.S. Capitol. So the guys are doing everything to disqualify this man from being elected because he's basically running the poll. So what are these guys telling? Former President Donald Trump is disqualified from serving as U.S. President and cannot appear on the primary ballot in Colorado because of his role in January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol by his supporters, the state top court ruled Tuesday. The historic 4-3 ruling by the Colorado Supreme Court, likely to be taken up by the U.S. Supreme Court, makes Trump the first presidential candidate deemed eligible for the White House under a rarely used constitutional provision that bears officials who have engaged. Man, this is the first time this have been happening in the world history, man. A U.S. president is disqualified from serving a U.S. president, and cannot appear on the primary ballot, man. Shit is getting hectic, man. They'll still continue with those shenanigans, but it is what it is. Man, we're gonna see what happens, man. 2024 is gonna be a nice year. It's gonna be a big year, a lot of money. 2024 is the year of 2024 is the year of the 8. 2024. So 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. So you guys better be prepared, man. Number 8. You guys better be prepared. So let's continue because that's for another subject, another video. So PayPal, let's get it to PayPal. What's PayPal been doing lately, man? Okay, so PayPal has been doing great after being beat for the year of 2001. They had a top around $287. $300 to be exact, and we have seen PayPal went all the way down. So what can we expect? So PayPal basically have reached the bottom around $50, and you see it's basically maneuvering to coming back. So am I gonna buy PayPal? Yes, I'm gonna buy PayPal. I'm a big believer of PayPal with the new CEO and what he's planning to do. top item on this to-do list to remake the checkout experience. He said we have refocused our consumer product and go-to-market team to relaunch a brand new end-to-end consumer experience with checkout at the center that will bring value to consumers with every single purchase. So there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Chris. Chris is the new CEO. He wants to improve the checkout experience. So Alex Chris, who took the top post in September, tapped the new chief financial officer this week and pledged to refocus the payment company strategy. Man, they always say invest in the things that you know and invest in the thing that you like. I'm a big believer of PayPal. Why? Because I use PayPal. I use PayPal to do payments, but they have a few things that could change. So I do hope and think that the new CEO is gonna make these few changes. Simply put, our cost base remains too high and it's actually slowing us down. Appointing new CFO. PayPal's third quarter net income slipped. September quarterly result was modestly above expectation, while December quarterly guidance was modestly below expectation. So PayPal sold its happy business UPS for $65 million in cash. Focusing on priority, okay. Our innovation activity has accelerated, but we still have work to do and maximize our impact for our customers and results, Chris said during the call to discuss third quarter results. Competition and complexity have increased and the company's focus has not been clear. In recent years, the company struggled to meet goals for increasing the number of PayPal account holders and shifted its focus from objectives based on new, okay. Yeah. The next priority for Chris is completing the work that Joop began in creating a better approach to small, mid-sized business customers. The new service called PayPal Complete Payments is an effort designed to boost the company average profit margin by capturing higher margins in the arena. It's a bit better balanced lowers. We must get PayPal Complete Payment to scale globally, said. We noted that they as mentioned to drive, yeah. Yeah, so PayPal, I'm still a believer of PayPal. So am I gonna buy PayPal? Yes, I'm gonna buy some more PayPal, man. So PayPal is still a good product. So the next subject that I want to talk with you about is how we are gonna make some money. So this is the investment calculator. And I like for you guys to invest your money and only invest the money that you can lose. Don't invest your rent and etc. So this is basically a calculator and it's gonna calculate the money that you can make by investing monthly and with a return rate around 8 to 10% because the S&P 500 is giving a 10% return rate. So I put it on an 8 to be safe. So let's make a calculation of that. The average person have around 2,000. Okay, 2,000 is a good number. So so you're starting with an amount of $2,000, and we're gonna invest like 10 years from now. So in 2023, yeah, 2033, yeah. So that's the goal. And then we have a return rate of between 8 and 10%. Well, I'm gonna put it at 8% for now. And we're gonna compound annually. And we're gonna put like let's put like $500. Let's start with $500. So this is bare minimum. Like you gotta start amount of 2,000 annually, 8% return rate, and then let's do the magic. Okay, so if you start a day like in 10 years, this is what it's gonna be. So in the first 5 years, the start capital is gonna be 26,000, and the end principal is gonna be around 30. But if you double it up, the end balance is gonna be around 94. That's not bad. That's not bad to have 100,000 in your bank. So this is a good investment calculator to see where your money is going. And what you can basically do is just follow the SPY. Just follow these guys. Follow these guys. And don't buy when they're very up there. Buy when they're low. Buy when they're in the red. Try to buy around COVID. You know what they said, never skip a good crisis. So buy around those numbers. Or buy around these lows. You know? Or these lows, or these lows, or these lows. Buy around those lows. If you buy around those lows, then you're pretty much a good player. You're ahead of the curve. So that's what I basically want to share with you guys. So buy those big plays, because in the next few years, those big tech companies they're gonna do great. So. So let's see. Do we want to watch a video? Or do we want to share this? I'm going to share this with you guys. So what can we expect in the next few years? I think I can put up the videos. And then even CNBC, yeah.
Ik kies graag zelf naar welk ziekenhuis of welke huisarts ik ga. Daarom ben ik verzekerd bij OMVZ. Die zekerheid, dat geeft me rust.
Gun jezelf optimale keuzevrijheid. Gun jezelf OM.
Yeah, you know the guy. He's Dan Ives, Wedbush Securities Analyst, and he joins us right here at Post 9 as ever, looking quite dapper. I don't think any of our audience will be surprised to hear that you're bullish going into 2024, and that a lot of it, what undergirds your thesis is the growth of AI. Why and what gives you the confidence that you'll be right?
I think it's really the use cases. I mean, use cases, that's the yellow brick road. You follow the use cases, that's where the growth's exploding. And I think when I look at enterprise software, when I look at some of really the transformative names, what's happened with Microsoft, what's happened Alphabet, of course, Godfather of AI, NVIDIA, and then you look at some of the pure plays, Palantir, MongoDB. I think the difference now is that it's going to spread to the rest of tech in 2024. I believe this new tech bull market has already begun.
Right. I mean, you've talked about this in the past being a moment similar to 1995, essentially the advent of the internet. When you talk about a spread, though, and you see what the benefits going to so many companies, and that will be reflected more broadly in their stock prices as well, beyond sort of some of the names we're looking at and other beneficiaries so far this year?
Yeah, I think the difference is that when I look at street numbers for 2024 across tech, specifically when I look at software, even big tech, I think potentially underestimated by 5, 7, 10%. So when you look over the next few years, even some of the bears now, they're coming out of their caves out of hibernation mode, starting to maybe reevaluate some of these names in terms of what the growth could look like. And that's why I think Magnificent 7, I believe it's up 30% over the next year. But I think in terms of overall tech, we sit here a year from now, I think tech's up another 25% because of this transformational AI revolution that's now here.
I'm curious, you know,
Let me let him rephrase that.
30% over the next year. But I think in terms of overall tech, we sit here a year from now, I think tech's up another 25% because of this transformational
Right.
AI revolution that's now here.
I'm curious, you say Apple, which also is you're positive
Transformational AI revolution.
on and believe we'll have a good year next year. You see it introduced in the AI App Store. There are a number of, I think, investors who are like, where is Apple on AI? It's not a name that comes up that often. And do they have a strategy? Is it going to be effective and robust?
And I think, look, Cook plays chess, others play checkers. And I think this is another example. They've been late, but within those walls of Apple Park, I think what they're really focused on is developing a separate app store that's going to be AI apps within Apple's ecosystem. And from a monetization perspective, I think that could be an incremental $5-6 billion per year. I think that's something that gets talked about at WWDC. It's one of our predictions in 2024. And I think this is going to be another part of that re-rating. I think we sit here a year from now, the first $4 trillion company we believe will happen in 2024 being Apple, followed by Redmond and Nadella, in terms of what we see with Microsoft.
The good part for us is, Dan, that while we have to keep it short today, we get to have you back soon.
Yeah, so Dan is basically a good advocate of AI and telling us that we are going higher, guys. We are going higher. We are going higher. So, guys, better be prepared because we cooking. We cooking. And last but not least, I want to share with you the vision of what this guy is telling us. So, Dan basically tweeted this, and he's telling us like there are 10 Christmas wish lists for disruptive tech sector in 2024. And the AI goes mainstream. We believe in AI is the biggest transformation in tech sector in the last 30 years and is 1995 moment not seen since the start of the internet in 1995. We believe AI will comprise 8-10% of IT budget in 2024, up from less than 1% in 2023, and represents a $1 trillion of spending over the next decade. Number 2, Apple introduced the AI App Store. We believe WWDC in 2024, Apple formally introduced the concept of a new AI App Store that we believe could increase services revenue by $5 billion annually by 2025 once implemented. M&A ramps in big tech. We believe 2024 is set for a massive year of M&A in big tech with Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet aggressively going after public and private companies to boost their product footprint. Software M&A could be historic in our opinion. Tesla introduces sub 30K vehicle by the end of 2024. I told you guys, Tesla's coming with a new vehicle that's more priced for around, it's more affordable, around 30K. We believe Tesla will introduce a sub 30K vehicle produced out of Mexico that could drastically change the unit volume game for Musk and Co. Looking ahead, tech stocks are up 25% in 2024. We believe tech stock will be up 25% in 2004, led by a solid enterprise spending trajectory with AI as major catalyst in a soft landing. Cybersecurity is the best subsector of tech. Magnificent 7 will lead higher. Number 8. Number 6, Apple buys ESPN. Number 9, Musk raises additional capital for X and goes for super app concept. And number 10, Microsoft will be on the $4 trillion bet by the end of 2024. So I will end this, guys, with the position of the current mark. And number 1, we still got gold. Don't forget gold, that's God's money. But number 2 is still the big boy Apple. We got Microsoft at $373. It just came down. We got Alphabet, Google at 138, Amazon at 153, number 6, silver $24, Nvidia 496, Bitcoin 42,000, Meta, Facebook 350, Tesla number 11 257. Yeah, man, that's the number. That's the 10 big assets in the world, man. So thank you for watching this live, and I hope you learned something today. Keep your eyes on the money and stay invested. And it's not timing the mark, but time in the market. So not always try to trade, and yeah, basically do your due diligence. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and drop me a message. I always can react on my message. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, and Sunday I'll be live again. We out.